Hi YouTube! Welcome to part 2 of my loaded coffee sleeve, and I can't decide if I like this or this more because this has this funny nice paper. However, let's just proceed, and in my part 2 I want to make a couple more things. First of all, I want to make tag. And I was thinking, I really want to figure out if my mini mink is a laminator as well. So I will make a tag and try to laminate it with my mini mink. So we can all see if you can like use it for two things. I picked this paper here for my tag. It's not very sturdy, but because I want to laminate it, it's gonna be alright. And I want to stick a couple stickers onto it, you know, just to gift them. So I want to, if it's laminated, I can just stick them, she can peel them off, or I will just stick them with the backing, but they are smaller and I don't want them to like get lost in there. So I could make a baggie as well, but I want to make a tag. So I'm going to cut myself a tag. It's actually so easy. I don't know. I don't know why I keep buying tags, I must say. I really shouldn't, because making a tag is really, really easy. So you have to figure out how big you want your tag to be, of course. And then I think I'm gonna go like this. I think, at least. I hope I can make it straight. I have a big problem that I cannot make things straight, which upsets me because I have no idea how to do that. Even when I work with my mat and whatever, it's not gonna turn out straight. And I want it to be, how long do I want it to be? So if I stick it in there, I want this to stick out. So maybe like around here. It's very easy to make a tag for those of you who never made one or whatever. All you have to do is either you cut a piece off, turn it around, put it on here, cut it off, or you fold it, which is even easier, and you just cut both of them off. And that's what I will do if I find my scissors right here. You cut both off, you open it up. It has a shape. You can also take a tag you like, if it has like a different shape on top or whatever, and you can do it this way. I'm not gonna put a hole in there yet because I want to laminate it. I want to see if my mink would do that. So I do have some sheets that came with my laminator. I have a laminator for a long time. I just never used the sheets from there. I used the one that I bought. I bought an extra pack for that, and I'm wondering, where do I open this sheet? Well, that was funny. I find it super funny. I want to open this sheet. My God, why do they always do that? It's so hard to find an end. Okay, so it's right there. So the problem with the mink would be that it is shorter. So you cannot use the whole thing for the mink, but you can just go ahead and cut yourself a piece. That's not a problem, I would say. And you can use the rest of it as well later if you just put a piece of tape and make yourself a pocket. So let me see. How do I do that? You won't be really able to see, I guess. I don't know. But I want this. I'm gonna put it on 5 to make sure that it really laminates everything. And I will just cut it off here. I mean, I haven't tried it before. If it does laminate, great. If it does not, great. I can still use it for my foiling, so it's not like I'm sad about it too much. Of course, it would be much better if it does both, right? So I would say go mink. I have to wait until the red turns to a green, and supposedly it heats up really quick. A laminator takes a long time. This one is green now, so I'm just gonna feed it through there and see what happens. Maybe I should have cut off this part so it doesn't take too long. Yeah. I must say it does. I can see it already in the back, and I will show you in a second. Alright guys, so the mink is a laminator, as you can see. It's all in there. It's just like a normal laminator. The same thing happened. It smells like one, it works like one, it must be one, right? So that's great, especially for those of you who were thinking, I'm not gonna use it too much, but I do need a laminator right here, and it's small and handy and pretty, so it's not the big thing. It warms up really quick. Like I said, I have a normal laminator there, and it takes much longer to warm up. Much longer, like really. So now I'm going to cut off the ends right here. Not too close. I don't want to open this laminated pocket right here. Alright, so there we have our tag, and it's laminated, and now all I have to do is just to punch a hole in the middle. Like this. And I have my tag, which I want to put in the back, you know, so I can stick a couple stickers on there and gift them. That looks good. I like that. You could use this for washi tape as well if you didn't want to make this the one I made. So, but I think it's cute, and I'm going to make just another one, but a little bit different, because I want to make it a note, I guess. This one I saw on Pinterest as well. And I will use a piece of paper somebody gifted me, which is so cute. I want to use it. So now what I'm going to do, and I want to do it with a piece of washi. I don't know. I think it's going to look better. And I just want to have kind of the same shape, so I will just go around it with my pencil. Just to kind of get the same shape, so I don't have to figure out what the shape has to be. I love this paper. It feels so different. I have a lot of paper, but I don't have this one in my stash. And like I said, I want to use a little bit of washi tape on this one. And I'm gonna go just with this pretty one. So I basically get like, I can open it and I can write my note in there, you know. And I will use a piece of brown paper, just the same one I used before, and I will stick it in the back, and I have the same thing, but it will be my note. So, you know guys, I'm filming this in the same day, so part 1 and part 2, it did not take me a couple days. But I must say, I started filming before noon, and I had to take a break and sleep for 4 hours at the daytime. I had to sleep for 4 hours because the first part exhausted me, and this is how it works. Everything we do is so exhausting that we have to take breaks, and sometimes it's a 4-hour nap from doing basically nothing, some crafting. You have no idea how much it sucks. You know, I mean, I understand when people get tired because they were working all day long, but it sucks when you didn't do anything and you are so tired that you just have to go and have a nap. So, and this one will be my note. And I'm thinking right now if I should just stamp my Stampy on it already. Because, yeah, I want to stamp my, the stamp I got. The mail stamp on it, of course, this one, because it is mail. Or I'm thinking maybe one of those. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one looks really pretty. And I will also use some ink from this package. I didn't open it yet. I will use the red one. So let's just see. I did not stamp this one either. So I don't know how it's going to work out. The ink seems to be really good. I don't know. It's very wet, but it's not like, you know, fluidly. I don't know how to say that. Every time I stamp, I'm hoping really bad that it turns out good, and it did. Look, so now it's like, oh yeah, it's a note, I know that, you know. So everybody knows that the note is right here. And I'm going just to clean this stamp real quick. So, and it's so pretty, look at that. So now you can open it, you can write your note in there, and then you can close it, which is super pretty. So this will go in there as well. I'm just sticking stuff in there for right now. No rhyme or reason. I will organize it once I have the bigger things done as well, which is my tag. And I want to pick some stickers to go in there, or on there. I want to pick some smaller stickers, you know, so I can share them. Okay, so this is how I'm going to share my stickers. Because it is a loaded coffee sleeve, so it should load it up. And mostly what I have, like, and that's sweets related, would be stickers, of course. And it's good to put something like that in the back because it like stabilizes all your other stuff. Okay, now let's see what happened to my, is it dry? Yeah, kind of. Look at this one, guys. I love this one. This one turned out really cute. So this is done. And this one, I will just go ahead because the drops have dried. I will put glossy accent, but just on the top part, which is the icing, I guess. Okay, so what do I have? You know, it's pretty filled already. So, look, I don't know. I'll try to show you this way. So, I still want, oh, there's my, this one has dried, so that's good. I will be putting it somewhere in the front of this whole thing, I guess. I will figure out. Stuff will be moved around a little, I'm sure about that. But at the end we will figure out what to do. Okay, so I organized it a little bit, and this is what we got for right now. And I think it's super pretty, but I still want to make one other thing. I want to make a donut because the donut has to go in there. And I'm trying to find something like this. I need the donut, of course, to be round. What is my biggest rounded thing? Even less, probably. One more. No, I think this one. So I will make, or I will attempt to make a donut. I will just use something round for the base of my donut. And then I will use something around for the middle of it. Like it has to have a hole, right? So let's see if this works out how I think it should work out. I will just cut it out. Okay, so this is the base of my donut. Now I need like some white paper, and I will just make a donut once again. Ugh. I still have like the glue strings everywhere from my hot glue. I just hate it when they are like they feel like a spider net to me. So I just want to know how the shape of my donut is, so I can make some icing for that. And I will cut out the middle in a normal way, just like I did with my donut. And now the outer shape, I will just cut in a little like waves, and it's icing. Just think of it as icing on a donut. It's not gonna be straight, it's gonna be wavy, right? So it's gonna end up to look something like that, like a donut. And what I will do is find the best spot for it to glue it on. So I have a donut with some icing on top. What I want to do is to give it some pink sprinkles. I will use my glossy accent once again and go all over the icing. I know it's a lot of glossy accent, but it's my first bottle, and I bought it with 50% off, and I still have the whole bottle here, even though I used it many times already. So, you know, it goes a long way. So just put it all over there, and it doesn't dry too quickly, so you are still all right. I will take some beads and I will just randomly drop them down onto my icing. And because it's glossy accent, like I said before, it's gonna work like a glue. That's my hope, at least. But you know, I glued stuff with glossy accent before, so I should be fine. I should be fine. I will just take my ruler and kind of slightly push straight down onto it. I think once it's dry, I will go and do one more round of glossy accent. Let me try to show you without this falling down. You see that? It's like a sprinkled pink donut, and I love it. Alright, so we've done that. Was there anything else I wanted to put there? Oh, I was thinking about Let me see. Do you guys have mess like this when you work? For sure, huh? So yes, moving on. What else is left? I think we are almost done because it's so much stuff. It's, you know, I still have to put all of my lollipops in there. And then look how it looks like. Cute, isn't it? Now, I also want to make a little ice cream cone. And I got this die from AliExpress. You know, that was my very first order. And I don't remember right now. It was just cents. They don't have shipping costs. They don't have nothing like that. And what I will basically do is, I think it's called paper piecing. I'm not sure. So I die cut this whole thing, right? With the die. It's pretty cute. And I want to have the cone in a brown color, so I went ahead and die cut the lower piece in brown and the ice cream in yellow. And what I'm gonna do is just piece it together. I will cut off the leftover, which is ice cream here, and I will put it onto my white background, or it's just to hold it in place basically. I could do it this way and just cut out the yellow part, but then I have 3 layers and I don't really want 3 layers. So I will just go ahead and cut off the cone part, which will be right here. And I want to see where I cut it. So I cut it perfectly, you know, just the same way on my yellow. Okay, so this is my lower piece. It will go on the lower part of this white one. And that's why I think people don't always use something on the bottom. They just do it this way. But I like to use the bottom part. It's just, you know, I like to use it because I can go exactly, I can be more exact, like, let's say it this way. And then I will put the yellow because it's like, what? Lemon ice cream. I like lemon ice cream. I will put it right on top. And I will just piece it together because it has to fit perfectly. I cut it just the same way. When I got my dies for the very first time, when I got my machine, I was a little bit disappointed because it would cut something, but then I have to color it and whatever, and I was not thinking that you can do it this way. I was just not thinking, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. So now I have yellow ice cream in a brown cone, and I think this is just pretty, and it's a good way to use your dies. I think it's even the best way to use your dies. You just have to cut perfectly. And I wonder where I'm gonna stick this one because I really wanted to stick it down somewhere. I might also just go ahead and give it a couple sprinkles. And because I use like pinks throughout, I will just use some pink on that one too. And because I use glossy accents all over, why not, right? Makes everything pretty. Alright, that was a lot of sprinkles, look at that. But I'm gonna wait until it's dry once again, and then I will use a little more glossy accent just to, you know, make it look better. And I think we are almost done. There is a lot of stuff in here. I want to go ahead and share a couple papers. I don't want to like overdo it because, you know, the sleeve is just that big. It's not getting bigger. And I do have a paper clip, or I should at least. No, I don't. I will just take a paper clip and clip it on the bottom so they all stay together, kind of like that. And then I will try to stick it in the back. By the way, I did take out the piece of paper out of there because I couldn't stick everything in. It did fill up pretty much, so I will just stick it in the back like this. You know, so it holds everything. It pushes it like in the front. And I still have to leave some space for my donut and stuff, so I'm gonna just keep it this way. And I do have some pretty pink pearls, and I think I'm just gonna stick some in there as well. I just wonder which way I would stick them in there. So this is something I'm sharing as well, which is good. So I will just stick them in there, and they are visible, and the washi sample behind it is visible as well. I just cut off the piece on the top. So that's good. Sharing is caring, people. Sharing is caring. I had to wipe it off. Can you see it? It kind of still made an envelope, but it just wouldn't dry, and I touched it and I smudged it, so that was not a good thing to do. This paper just did not want to take the ink in. It does have, it feels very nice, but I got this paper as a present and I didn't know that it doesn't take ink very well. But that's cool because it's still got the envelope on here. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. And I'm thinking if I should put some little hello on it. And I'm gonna use my hello, which I glittered with the, I didn't glitter it, I used my mink on that, and I will just stick it on top because it's cute, it's foiled, it says hello, so the person will know that this is a note. Yes, I'm gonna do it this way. I just hope it sticks to this paper. When you make mistakes, I don't really like to call them mistakes. It's not a mistake because you are doing stuff like for the first time most of the time. So if it turns out to be different from what you expected, you can always redo your stuff, you know. Just try things, and then if it turns out different, just try it in a different way. You know what I mean? Just try to fix it. Most of it is fixable, so you can just wipe it off, or you know, whatever you do. And if not, guys, you can always make a new one. So this will be my note now. I will write my note right there, and once it dries I will go over it with the wet one because there's a little bit of glue stuck on my gold now. And I want it to be shiny, of course. Okay, all fixed, all pretty, back in there. I think it looks good. I think we did a lot of stuff, or I made a lot of stuff. Look at that, guys. What are you thinking? I think it looks good. Maybe I will take this one out and put it on the other side because there seems to be too much stuff on that side. And I still have my donut I will put in there, and my lollipops. So I shared some stickers, some washi tapes, some bling. I think that's alright. Some papers. And let me see if my lollipops are... They are dry as well. And I'm thinking if I should stick them like in the front, but probably not. So I want to gift them so the person can actually use them. And I will just stick them wherever there is space. Just like that. Let me see my donut. donut is dry as well, but I want to put another layer on it, and I will just stick it somewhere in the front later when it dries. I really want to secure the beads, so I'm just gonna like put a little bit here and there around the beads, on top of the beads, you know. Icing is not always the same, and it's not straight, and it's not perfect, so don't worry about that. I just don't want the beads to fall off, that's all. So I'm just securing them a little bit. Let me check my cone. Pretty much dried. I will do just the same thing right here. It's not really dry yet, so I can still push them in a little and use my glossy accent here and there just to keep them in. I hope they don't fall off, I really do. If they fall off, they fall off. Nothing I can do about that. But of course I don't want them to, so I'll try my best to keep them in place. The person who gets it should tell me if they still were in place or not, because only this way we can learn, you know. If I always think that they will stay in place and then people get it and they are not in place and they like too afraid to tell me, I will never learn, right? So yes, let me wait until this is dry so I can put everything in and I can show you the whole thing once again. Okay guys, everything has dried and this is the final look of my loaded coffee sleeve, and I think it turned out so good. It's filled, I show you, it's filled with everything and anything, and I think I decided to use one of the clips. I think Rita gave them to me. I'm not sure if somebody else did, so I'm sorry, but thank you very much. I decided to share one. So my ice cream cone has dried, my donut has dried, and I will just show you everything really quick, and I hope that I can put it in just like that later. So yes, we all know the sticker from Dollar Tree. I have an umbrella for her. So now this is my donut, and I hope you can see that the glaze on it is really like shiny, and I have to like move it a little to make it straight because there's a lot of glossy accent on it. But this is like, you see that? The sprinkles, they just stick to it, so there's no falling off. I can touch it, nothing is gonna happen. Same with my ice cream cone with sprinkles. I love it. I think it's really cute. So then the couple stickers from Michael's right here, all of my little lollipops, and I show you, and I hope you can see that it's, you see the glaze? I'm not sure if you can. And it's like, it's shiny, it's like a lollipop. I made 4 of them because they're so little, and the huge lollipop I have, look at that. I just love it. I love it. I had so much fun. I don't know if you could tell. So this is the Dollar Tree sticker, some sticky notes from Michael's. Then I shared some stickers on my laminated tag, and it's pretty good. I did it with the Mink machine if you didn't see, or if you missed this part. So I shared some stickers on there. She can take them off. I gave some pearls, of course. Shared some washi right here on the lollipop. I have the card. I still have to write. It says hello right there, and it opens up, hopefully, like this, so I can write my message on there. I have the papers. Most of them are glittery, so they are cute. I think the colors are just for sweets. I have my straw, and I have my clip right here. And this is the sleeve. So as you can see, I stuck this one on there, some of the lace washi from Daiso, some bling, a bow right there, some sweets on the top, and it says treat yourself, which is good. The person can treat herself. And I loved it. You know, sometimes you just need a change. I'm always making pocket letters, and I don't know, just making something else is fun. It is. I still want to make pocket letters. It's not like I'm quitting now because of that, but you know, it just is fun to make something different because you can let your creativity just, you know, do the job for you, kind of. So, and pocket letters, you can just go that far, right? It's limited to the size. And this one, okay, it is limited here, kind of, but not that much. So I think it's a good thing. I love it. I tried it. This is my second one, and it's turning out pretty good, I think. So I will fill more for sure. I'm just trying to get it all back in so it's kind of visible, everything, and you know, doesn't block all the other stuff here. And this one, ice cream, I can just hang here, which is cool too. And I have some pearls. I will put everything back in and it should look good. I'm pretty sure about that. If you do something like that or make something like that, try to put your small things in the front. You know, so they start out in the back with the bigger things and then put the smaller things in the front so they are kind of pushed in there. First of all, they're visible, right? Because if you do them in the back and then the big things in the front, you're not gonna see anything anymore. But the second thing is everything from the back is just pushing towards the front, and then it's easier for the stuff to stay in place. Once I wrap it, I hope that it's gonna stay in place. I don't know. It might all fall apart, so the person who gets it should like tell me later if it was still there where I put it. But I think it's gonna be just fine. So, and my little tiny clip right here. So I did manage to put everything back in, and this is it again. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a tutorial. It's of course longer than if I would just do a project share, and I enjoyed it. I like to show you those little things for the people who don't know how to do them. I don't know how to do them. It's not like I knew how I'm gonna make this one or this one, but I just tried and it turned out pretty good in my opinion. So go ahead, try it and let me know. You know, the best thing is you come over to the Facebook group and post a picture. So yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. As always, subscribe to my channel and just have a great day. I see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.